Anxiety disorders are highly treatable, especially when the right approaches are used. Evidence-based treatments are those that have been scientifically proven to help reduce anxiety symptoms and improve a person's quality of life. These treatments focus on changing unhelpful thought patterns, behaviors, and responses to anxiety. Below are some of the most effective therapies used to treat anxiety. These videos are made possible thanks to our amazing sponsors. Meet anyone for anything on the Introducer app. Whether you're looking for friends, romance, or something in between, Introducer has you covered. Download for free today. Experience a new heaven and a new earth in a virtual paradise and global community. Church has never looked like this. Your contribution can bring Earth 2.0 to life. Finally, if you'd prefer to watch these videos without ads, visit our mental wellness hub on the Happy app. Click the links in the description. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is one of the most well-researched and widely used treatments for anxiety. CBT is based on the idea that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected. When we have anxious thoughts, they lead to anxious feelings and behaviors, which can create a cycle that reinforces anxiety. 1. How CBT works. CBT helps individuals identify and challenge distorted or irrational thoughts that contribute to anxiety. People learn to replace negative thought patterns with more balanced and realistic ones. The therapy also focuses on changing behaviors that maintain anxiety, such as avoidance of feared situations. 2. CBT techniques. Cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying anxious thoughts and questioning their accuracy. For example, if you believe, if I speak in public, everyone will laugh at me, CBT helps you evaluate this thought and replace it with a more realistic one, like, most people are focused on the content, not on judging me. Behavioral activation. Encourages individuals to face anxiety-provoking situations gradually rather than avoiding them, helping reduce fear over time. CBT is highly effective for various types of anxiety disorders, including generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, and panic disorder. Exposure therapy is a specific type of CBT that is particularly effective for phobias, social anxiety, and panic disorder. The idea behind exposure therapy is to help individuals confront their fears in a controlled and gradual way rather than avoiding them. 1. How exposure therapy works. Individuals work with a therapist to create a hierarchy of fears, starting with mildly anxiety-provoking situations and gradually working up to the most feared scenarios. By facing their fears repeatedly in a safe environment, the brain learns that the situation isn't as dangerous as it feels, which reduces anxiety over time. 2. Types of exposure. In vivo exposure involves real-life exposure to the feared object or situation, such as practicing public speaking or facing heights. Imaginal exposure. When it's not possible to confront the fear in real life, imaginal exposure helps individuals imagine the feared situation in vivid detail. Interoceptive exposure involves creating physical sensations of panic, like dizziness or shortness of breath, in a controlled way to teach the person they can handle the discomfort without danger. Exposure therapy is very effective, particularly for conditions like phobias and PTSD, and helps break the cycle of avoidance that can reinforce anxiety. Mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, is a therapeutic approach that combines mindfulness practices such as meditation and breathing exercises with stress reduction techniques. It's especially useful for managing stress-related anxiety. 1. How MBSR works. MBSR teaches individuals to become more aware of their thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations without judgment. Instead of trying to avoid or fight anxious thoughts, people learn to observe them calmly, which reduces the emotional intensity of anxiety. By staying present in the moment, individuals often find that their anxious thoughts are less overwhelming and that their reactions to stress improve. 2. Mindfulness techniques. Mindful breathing focuses on the breath as a way to calm the mind and bring attention to the present moment. Body scan meditation encourages awareness of physical sensations in different parts of the body, promoting relaxation and reducing tension. Mindful movement. Gentle movements like yoga or stretching are combined with mindfulness to help release tension and foster relaxation. MBSR has been shown to reduce anxiety in people with generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, and other stress-related conditions, helping them to respond to anxiety with greater calmness. Dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, is a form of cognitive behavioral therapy that was originally developed for people with intense emotional responses, such as those with borderline personality disorder. However, it has proven effective in treating anxiety as well, especially for people who struggle with regulating their emotions. 1. How DBT works. DBT focuses on teaching skills for managing difficult emotions, improving relationships, and reducing emotional reactivity. The therapy is based on 4 main components: mindfulness, distress tolerance, emotion regulation, and interpersonal effectiveness. 2. DBT techniques. Mindfulness. Similar to MBSR, mindfulness in DBT teaches individuals to stay in the present moment and observe their emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Distress tolerance. Helps people cope with anxiety or emotional distress in healthy ways, rather than resorting to avoidance or harmful behaviors. Emotion regulation. Teaches individuals how to identify and change emotional responses that are unhelpful, such as becoming overly anxious in situations that aren't dangerous. DBT is particularly helpful for people who experience intense or unpredictable anxiety responses and need to develop more effective ways of managing their emotions. Acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, is a newer form of therapy that focuses on accepting negative thoughts and emotions rather than trying to eliminate them. The idea is that fighting anxiety often makes it worse, and ACT encourages people to accept their anxiety while committing to actions that align with their values. 1. How ACT works. ACT teaches individuals to accept uncomfortable feelings rather than trying to push them away. Instead of letting anxiety dictate their actions, people are encouraged to identify their core values, e.g., family, health, creativity, and take actions that support those values, even when anxiety is present. 2. ACT techniques, cognitive diffusion, involves creating space between oneself and anxious thoughts, viewing them as just thoughts rather than truths. For example, instead of saying, "I'm going to fail," a person learns to say, "I'm having the thought that I might fail." Values. Clarification. Encourages individuals to identify what's truly important to them and take meaningful steps toward those values, even if anxiety is present. Acceptance. Instead of trying to control or avoid anxiety, ACT teaches people to make room for it, allowing it to be there without letting it take over. ACT helps people live fuller, more meaningful lives, even in the presence of anxiety, by focusing on actions rather than avoiding discomfort. These videos are made possible thanks to our amazing sponsors. Meet anyone for anything on the Introducer app. Whether you're looking for friends, romance, or something in between, Introducer has you covered. Download for free today. Experience a new heaven and a new earth in a virtual paradise and global community. Church has never looked like this. Your contribution can bring Earth 2.0 to life. Finally, if you'd prefer to watch these videos without ads, visit our mental wellness hub on the Happy app. Click the links in the description. Finally, although this course was free for you, it was not free to get it to you. Please consider giving a small donation to help spread these courses around the world to those most in need. The link is in the description. See you in the next lesson.